どこに行きますか？
Places in Nihongo. Task 1. Listen to Sensei say the following places, then repeat what you hear. Pay attention to the Japanese pronunciation. Try and imitate it so that you really sound Japanese and lose your Australian accent as much as possible. Eiga. Eiga. Party. Party. Puru. Puru. Mise. Mise. Gakko. Gakko. Task 2. Rewind the video and try to memorize the 5 places. You'll be writing them down later, so just focus on listening and speaking for now and really just memorize them. When we talk about going places in Japanese, let's look at the vocabulary we need to use first. Tango, of course, means vocabulary. So we'll need the word Doko, which means where, ni or e, which mean to, as in to a place, ikimas for going, and we don't pronounce the U on the end of that word. Have a listen again. Ikimas. And then we need ka, which turns our sentences into questions. And it's an actual word in Japanese, unlike English, where we just insert different words and change the word order. Task 3. Listen to the questions and answers. There will also be pauses for you to repeat what you hear. Practice your listening and practice your speaking with your best possible pronunciation in Japanese. After looking at the vocabulary, we're now ready to look at the question, Doko ni ikimasu ka? Which means, where are you going? And some possible answers to this question using the places that you've already practiced. Now, these answers can also just stand alone as sentences to say that you are going to a place.
どこに行きますか？
Eiga ni ikimasu. Now listen again, this time with pauses for you to repeat.
どこに行きますか？
Eiga ni ikimasu.
どこに行きますか？
Party ni ikimasu. Now listen again, this time with pauses for you to repeat.
どこに行きますか？
Party ni ikimasu.
どこに行きますか？
Puru ni ikimasu. Now listen again, this time with pauses for you to repeat.
どこに行きますか？
Puru ni ikimasu.
どこに行きますか？
Mise ni ikimasu. Now listen again, this time with pauses for you to repeat.
どこに行きますか？
Mise ni ikimasu.
どこに行きますか？
Gakko ni ikimasu. Now listen again, this time with pauses for you to repeat.
どこに行きますか？
Gakko ni ikimasu. For task 4, you're going to need to pause this video. Now that you've had a go of memorizing, listening, and speaking to the vocabulary and sentence patterns, it's time to write the vocabulary into the back of your notebook. So please copy this table. Sentence patterns. Task 5. Copy the following sentence patterns into the front of your notebook under the heading Chapter 2 Going Places. Please note that there's a question and answer part and a sentence writing part, and that the sentences could also be the answers. It's just that this time you're telling someone where you're going without even being asked. Yoku dekimashita.